Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We'll be starting in just a minute or two. All right, yeah, it's close enough. All right, it's 8 o'clock. Excellent. Let us get started by switching the screen over so everyone can see what's going on. And again, welcome. Unfortunately, tonight we are down a nerd, so we are unable to continue with 2 nerds, 1 venture as planned. Instead, we are continuing with Build It live in the Prefab Editor with GONxFREAKS. And I am your host, GONxFREAKS. X is silent, and here we go. So last week we, I mostly, started a new prefab with the help of my lovely assistant, Captain Pav. We have made a gingerbread house, which I hope looks like a gingerbread house. Since the stream, I did do a couple small details. Or I should say I added a couple details that weren't in. Mostly just these edges on the roof to make it look more like a proper roof. I put them in the front and the back. It's like I forgot to paint some of it. And put a cap on the chimney so this thing is really neat because it actually gives off smoke. Thought is really cool. It's only available in the Prefab Editor, unfortunately. It's not craftable in-game, as many of the cool things in this are. Today, I did want to make a mention that we did get ahead of ourselves a little bit. Normally, I would build the whole structure for painting and adding all of the details, although it's hard not to add some details as you are building along. Another addition I did want to point out is Captain Pav added this cool circular window, and I thought it was pretty awesome, so I made another one that matches. And I also placed some windows, but I already know I'm going to be probably taking these panes out and going to try to make the windows look a little more windowy with windowsills and hopefully a pane on each side so they look flush without this deep inset between the pane. Just the nature of the blocks, trying to make things look the way you'd expect them to look. Still need to add some doors, furniture, the details, and most importantly, add the dungeon kitchen. Just realized I should probably check to make sure my volume is working. All right, so that is the plan for today. And hopefully I'll have a near finished, if not totally finished, prefab for Captain Pav to check out. He'll be all impressed and tell me how awesome I am. That's all I really want in life, right? At least today. So that was just bothering me. I don't know why I did it the slow way. Wrong one. It's already good. Is that and that. These are probably going to be painted again anyway, but I just want to fill it in. I do still need to do the other half of the roof, but the first order I think is going to be to build the dungeon basement kitchen for the witch to cook Hansel in. At least that's her plan, right? So to do that, I'm going to need to see the ground level.
which is level tools, show ground level. Did something weird for some reason. Wrong button. Actually, it's a little easier to do it that way. Is that gonna be enough room? Yes, I think so. All right, so Z to make your selections. Actually, kind of want to do this. 1, 2, 3. That's not tall enough. J to clear it. You can just left click. I don't know why off. Did it quite like that. 3 down. Move the prefab up. 4. One more. Make sure I got plenty of room for this special secret kitchen for cooking children in. Now, to be honest, I don't really know the best way to build underground, in the sense that planning it out ahead of time probably would have been the better way to go. So you build that down first and then build on top of it. I have not built underground as much as I'd like, but this is the technique that I use that works, which is moving either the ground level down or the prefab up and using the level tools. There's like a point where the ground level won't go down any further, but then you can move the prefab up. And then after you do that, you can usually move the ground around too to suit your needs. You can't build underneath the technical, well, maybe you can. You can't build under the technical ground level when it's at its lowest point. I don't know why. You just can't. So I know I need stairs. Oops, wrong room. Here we go. I'll need some stairs. Just going to open this up a little. This can always build it again. And I'm just going to put some stairs in here. Which will probably change too, so I'm not going to worry about painting anything. Alright, so she like, come down the stairs, that works, stairs, that works. I don't know if that ceiling's going to be, yeah, it's going to interfere. The stairs a little bit longer, apparently. So I always recommend the builder, sorry, that didn't come out right. I always going to recommend the bigger your POI, the more planning you should probably do. Drawing it out, just sketches, having an idea of what is going to be where before you start placing all this stuff is going to benefit you when it comes to saving time. But it can also just be fun to figure it out as you go along, which is doing right now. So it kind of gives me an idea how the stairs are going to wind up going. I wanted them to be a little more windy, but I'll make it work. So now I can just kind of fill in my area. Using Z for the selection, and then Shift G, again, will give you your, I don't know what to call this. I'll have to look that up. Your thingamajigger that you can stretch on the X, Y, and Z axis. I'm sure there's a name for it. Scientific, mathematical name, probably. 1, 2, actually, I'm just gonna, I think, if I'm right,
So the ground level is actually like a limiter, which is pretty cool. So if you know your heights right, you don't have to worry about going too low. It just fills it in as low as the ground level is. So, such, Shift G, hold it and drag, and then L fills it. So much faster than placing it block by block. I don't want that big. It's just a big kitchen. It's not a huge basement. Great. L. Deselecting with left mouse button. You can also backspace. That is helpful. Oh, there we go. That looks good. One. So that's going to be 2. I think should have gone down one more. That's the easiest way to do it. And it's a floor, so that's also makes things easy. There, perfect. Q to turn off God mode, sort of. You're still invincible, but it turns off your flying. And that gives you a better perspective as to how tall the ceiling is. That looks tall enough, but not too tall, so I'm happy with that. I think it's too tall. Maybe it is too tall. Live with that or shore it up. We'll just put a floor in here. How's that look? Yeah, that's probably more along the lines of an evil witch's lair sized basement. All right, cool. So the process I would usually use is to plan it out first and then build it and not worry about any of the details or painting. After the structure is built, then I would get into the details, of course, and the painting, because that's always fun. Kind of both at the same time as how I do it, but you can be as step or chaotic as you want. It's really up to you. It's all part of your creative process, and that's what matters. Bob Rossi stuff would probably be great to quote right now. Suppose the need to be gingerbread, but why would she use different materials? I don't know. One thing I do want to do is to make sure I extend the chimney. Place the chimney in the same location. Downstairs. So that's where her oven is going to go, her big old oven. Go along to this wall. Chimney doesn't have to be in the back, it could be on the side, right? So plans down here. This is going to be the little kitchen. I already put an oven in. It's kind of cool. I forgot what it's called. It's right here in my inventory. Wood burning stove, for those who are interested in using it. And this is like where she bakes her cookies and whatever she uses to fatten up little children. And then down here will be the big, like, I want to call it a pizza oven because it's going to be like the big oven where she cooks the children. The only criteria from the story for the oven is that it has to have a lockable door, which should be pretty easy considering all of our options. And that way the kid, I believe it was Gretel in the story, who locks her in and kills the witch so they can escape. Of course, this isn't the happy version of the story. There may be burnt children in there. We don't know yet. We'll get to that point when we get to the details. Uh-oh, Team Venture Cat.
What's up, kitty? Baby. excuse my kitty. All right. So let's finish our little basement area and work on the windows. What shall I do first? Oh, so many options. I also have the roof to finish. Work first. Then we play. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm doing it with the digger tool because it's going to be hard to just grab one thing, one line of the roof. I want to keep the supports that are there for the moment because it helps me build the roof on. But normally I would use the selection tool and then just use the J key to clear the area as being the quicker choice. And if I'd planned ahead a little better, I would have copied the roof and moved it over, but I've already done like this and I just don't wanna. So I'm gonna rebuild the roof with the proper pieces, which are no longer in my inventory, of course. For, excuse me, it's called Wedge 60. For some reason that sticks out in my mind. Oh, Wedge, anyway. Yeah, Wedge 60. Is that not what I just typed? And then when I was thinking about it, I'm wondering if there might be a wedge 60 that is flat like this. Oh my goodness, there is. Huh. Oh, I might be doing some more roof redoing after all, because I use this guy. Pretty sure. Yep. Oh, except it won't have the stripes. Okay, never mind. That's probably why I didn't use it. So we have these particular blocks, which we used last time, which are, it's another wedge. It's these. And they have this trim, which is really cool. These things. It's the same as the other wedges, but they have this trim on them. There's different directions. Check out the right two. Right, left, right, left. Don't have... Yeah, as I suspected, they don't have the ramped one, or the inclined one, I'm sorry, the inclined one. So this one. Which would have made the underneath of the roof a little bit cooler looking, but I'm more worried about the outside. So I'm going to use these guys. There we go. That's not right. Oh, that's the narrow. That's a different one. That's a different narrow tip. That's a different one. I don't want that one. One quarter right. We want 1/4 left. There we go. 1/4 left. Fortunately, I do have to place these one at a time, but it's worth it for the aesthetics. Can't rush art, right? So, again, feel free to chat. Let me know if you have any ideas for me to make this look even more gingerbready.
Suppose I can save time by doing it like that. The idea of using these is so that you can paint them different. Sorry, I started to say that and I lost my train of thought, as happens a lot when I'm being all creative, so sorry about that. The white, of course, hopefully looks like the frosting that's keeping the roof together. And the brown is the most gingerbready that I could find of the paints. One of the huge advantages of the Prefab Editor, of course, is that you usually can avoid the one block placing at a time. Trying to do this real fast, though. And I'm not going to worry too much about the painting part until after I'm done with all my structural stuff tonight. We may run out of time. Not sure. Hope not. Wasn't sure there'd be a part 3 to this or not, but I think there might wind up being a part 3. Which is great, because that's more to look forward to. Alright, cool. And then paint that pretty much like this side. Oh, that's right, I forgot. This is a little more chaotic. Well, details. Details are later. In the kitchen is really my next priority because I want to make sure everything fits correctly. Let's see. I had kind of that, like I said, like a pizza oven idea for this. I'm in a serious need of cleaning out this inventory. Really anything in here I particularly don't even really need that. Okay, that was easy. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. That's cool. Alright. Everything's cleared out. So, So what I'm probably going to do, although the huge flame pipes are really neat, I don't believe they're going to work for this particular idea. But I believe what will work, I think it's a campfire? No. Just gotta make sure I have this on. But no, it's like this, the burning wood. Burning. Ember? That's it. I don't know why ember stuck out. Ember pile. Not something I'd usually think of calling it, but there's the POI version, which I think is the one I want. What's the difference? What says that? That doesn't help. I say that about this too. Yep, yes, you did. Well, I'm gonna put them all in my inventory, and I know they look the same. The POI version has like you can turn the light on or off. As far as I know, that's the only difference. And then the standard one you can't do that with. It's just on. I don't know otherwise why you would choose one or the other. That's just for where my chimney goes, just to make sure
That sort of makes sense. I was sort of thinking maybe, I think maybe I placed this wrong. That's okay, because we are using the Prefab Editor, and there's always an easy solution to this stuff. In this case, I think a quick copy and paste will fix our problem. Control Shift, just Shift G. Again, holding it down will give you the resizer. And then Control C to copy it. Then we're going to clear it. And then with just holding G, we will move it. Should work. And then Control Shift V will place it like in a preview. It's pretty cool. You can use X then to rotate it or move it around somewhere else. I think that placement is actually really good. So I will then hit Control V to place it or paste it. Sweet. So now my chimney is moved, but other than that, oh, and the stairwell, but other than that, it's still the same. And now my chimney is placed a little more centrally in the room, and I think the oven will fit better there. So we're going to do it that way. Might have also had to build it the other direction. Or am I wrong? Maybe I should put it on this side. I think I was wrong. I think I did want to rotate it. All right, do that all over again. Isn't that great? Great fun. And paste in. It's still so fast though. Instead of knocking out a whole wall and putting it back up, you can just Control C, J to clear it. I'm going to leave that in the same spot and just Control Shift V so I can rotate it. And I really want that end to line up with the chimney. That. Just hold down G and I can move it. There. Whoops. Hit Q. I wasn't supposed to do that. And then I just need to shift it over. Well, still shift it over by one. There. That's more important. Control V to actually place it. I think because we want the walls to line up for structural integrity. And since we're getting into that right now, I will show it to you real quick. I do want to move the ground level back up to where it would be if this was placed in the actual world. And then all you need to do is on the show options, a little eyeball. So many things here. I'm sorry. I'm telling you the wrong thing. It's under the debug tools. And you want to show stability. It'll always start out black until you recalculate, and then it'll actually show you stability. You've probably seen a lot of people's streams or videos, but they don't always show you the best how to actually do that. So we're pretty good. The yellow is normal. There's nothing to worry about. Orangey red, which we're getting into, is a little unstable, but nothing dangerous. Only ones that really matter is really dark red and black. That is probably just going to collapse as soon as you touch it. And then just turn that off with the show stability. And back where you were before. I gotta move the ground back down though. Where's the grounds? Oops, wrong button. Ground level down. Yeah, perfect. Actually, I'm gonna clear that. Don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. Yay. All right. Now I finally have placed where my stove is gonna go. Sorry, that took a minute. This is its actual location. So close this off. So to make the mistake of forgetting where it is. It's a little less centered than I wanted, but stability is more important. I don't want this collapsing on me at some later date and have to fix it after already doing all the cool details and all this cool little deets. Excuse me, that did not come out correctly. Again, feel free to comment if you have any questions. I'd be happy to do my best to answer them. Or any suggestions. I will be happy to apply them. That makes sense. Actually, probably will. Stairwell. I got rid of my stairs. That was silly. Just because I use them a lot. But that's okay. They're easy to find. So, oh, actually, I forgot I was working on the stove. Here, I got all sidetracked again. All right, we need a way to make the stove. I know I want arches. It's kind of like how that sort of old stone style oven is really what I'm going for. So concrete. Guess I can just type arch. Let's see what we get. Oh, that's not a whole lot. Probably because I have this selected. See, we got cube corner arch. Might be what I'm looking for. Trimmed arch. It's all flush. There's another arch that's kind of halfway between those two. Guess that's all my options. Take off the H. So many arches. Most of these are not actual arches. Arch curve wall cap. Maybe they are. Never really used these blocks, so we're going to find out. This looks like a sizable arch. Part of a sizable arch, and that goes with these. Just grab them all. Arch wall. See how that works. Probably going to have it, it's not going to be like ground level, so now let's just do that. L to fill. I want to build an arch here. Building, we're not worried about really any, well, those we want, but there we go. That's all the arch things I could find. All right, that's not what I was expecting. That's okay. This is like an, okay, this is more like a walkway arch. I want a deep arch. So these are the wrong pieces. It's my bad. This is probably what I want. Arch offset. We'll try it. Let's just try all these. Let's just throw them in the inventory and see what they look like. That's a great way to find out. There's all these different options. Yeah, just throw these in and see what we get, right? This one, this one, this one. Let's see what those do too. This looks more like what I was thinking of. Is that arched enough? This one's more arched. This will make a bigger, okay. I think that's what we're going to wind up doing here. All right, it's going to be something like that. That's not big enough. Where is it? You can have multiple ovens. Yeah, say ever multiple ovens. Impractically too skinny. That's probably what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. And then I'll need half. I forget what it's called. It's a block. What's this guy? Hey, it's right there. It's the guy I wanted. Holding R to use the advanced. Move it around. Awesome. Probably for the top too. But not advanced. Yeah. So this looks good. Hopefully it'll still work with the door. Pretty sure it will. Or should I say I'm pretty sure I can make it work. Actually don't want those. I need those to be half. They can be holes. Well, they can't. Wait, that wasn't the right block. This is the one. Oh, that's awesome. These actually do look like pizza ovens too. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. How big do you need to be for kids? I don't know. That seems big enough. I can make them deeper. Still room for the stairs. Yep, we're good. All right, so pizza oven looking ovens. Looks like I'm gonna need to do that all over again. No, actually I don't. Control Z. Again, using our brains. If you hold shift, you can select like inside a block, otherwise it doesn't let you. And then Z will select everything. Copy. G I'm sorry. Yeah, holding G to move it. And then just copy, or just paste it. Control V. That was so much quicker than building it all over. Should have done that the first time around. All right, now it's definitely deep enough for even an adult, I think. Which, you know, when times are scarce and there's no children in the woods, what's the witch gonna do? The next hurdle, though, is to make sure that my cage door can work. I could use a vault hatch. That would probably work. Made the ovens too big. Oh, so sad. Well, let me think about it, though. Oh, maybe that was a mistake. Put that back. Let's find our vault door first. Let's see what we're going to use. Doors. No, it's probably hard for you guys to see this on your screen. We've got jail doors. Thinking double jail door might work. Let's see real quick. Make it flush, right? Yep. Nope. Didn't think that through, did I? Really need is like 2 hatches. That doesn't really work right. Because they're going to have the hatch frames. Those are going to interfere. Well, if anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear it. Any other builders who've come across this issue? Only thing I can think of that's that dimension is like the garage. No, the garage doors are going to be too big. Try rolling doors. Some kind of... No, that won't work either. Which isn't going to have rolling doors. What am I thinking? Well, maybe I need to change my problem. Fix it, if that makes any sense. So this being in the shape and the size is problematic for a door. A smaller door would work great, like a hatch. So I'm thinking like the vault hatch. It's really what I want to use. There's no jail door hatch, unfortunately. I would want to place it... Yeah, like that. So, I just need to fix the fronts. I think I was starting to get in that direction. This work? Will it be that simple? Let's find out. It actually might be that simple. Doesn't have anything to grip. I hate that about these hatches. Need something next to it for some reason. That's actually fine. I was going to put some sort of trim on this anyway. Let's just throw a block here for the... No, it's going to look stupid. Like a plate would work. It's the normal plate, not the catwalk plate. There it is, plate. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Heck yes. And then we're gonna put these guys in. Wait, I want the POI ones. The one with less wood in it. It's this one, yes. Put those here. It didn't work. Heck. Where'd it go? It sounded like it was being placed. It's odd. There. Eh. Guess I should have. Oh, it's fine. That's the danger of this little digger tool. The aim's got to be pretty good. Why won't let me do that though? There we go. Actually, I'm gonna take back that last one. Rotate it so they don't look identical. That's just silly looking. Oops. Got rid of that. So I turn you on. There we go. Oh, that's awesome. Love it. I love it. Nice. Very nice indeed. All right, so only downside is that it's only one chimney. Do I need a second chimney? Yeah, we'll just tie them together. Underground, which nobody can see anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Problem solved. Since getting inside these things seems to be a little tricky, I am actually just going to go ahead and paint them. At least the insides. If I do paint surface, but not paint all sides, that way I just get a surface that I want to paint and that I'm looking at. The whole inside to be brick. Oh, it worked across. That's interesting. Sometimes a painting doesn't do exactly what you expect it to, but for the most part, those two settings that I showed everyone last time, holding down R, just the standard paintbrush is just you paint one block with the face of one block. If you have paint all sides, it'll paint all sides of one block. Or if taking that off, if you, instead of paintbrush you have paint surface, it'll paint the surface up to any break. The break being other paint or like an edge, like a hard edge, like a corner or something along those, like where two things meet. Usually, like in the case of that floor, or that, I should say this bottom, I didn't expect it to go all the way across, but it did. So just little things that are quirky that you pick up as you go along. In this case, I didn't actually want that to be that color. Just put it right back to the gingerbread color real quick. You can also just hold down the what is this, the right mouse key? Yeah, right, my right hand. In like rapid fire on the standard setting, which is just brush. That's the default setting. But I usually use paint surface. It's a lot quicker. And you can be pretty precise with it, like that. Like you already know it's painted. You can start moving way on to the next one. It's also a pretty good way to paint like an entire thing when there's one area like the inside that you don't want to paint. Like you just want to paint the outside. So just use the paint surface. You can kind of just hold down the button, go crazy, and paint everything. As long as you're not looking at it with your little crosshairs, you're good for the most part. Now with this, I know I need a face, and I didn't really want these to look like weird mushrooms, so the face will put, like, kind of hide that, I think. And the face being like a trim or something around this will be what needs to hold the vault hatches on correctly. Otherwise, they tend to fall off. If it even lets me place them at all. Guessing trim might actually work. And if I'm lucky, that'll open us up with the window trimming as well, which we're going to do next. Let's actually try the window trim. Maybe that'll work. That might work. Find out. Got the corner, got the two. These are like windowsill trim. I don't want those yet. Just want the basic door trim. What's the difference? Meter. I bet the window trim is thicker. We're going to put that down just to see what the difference is. Oh, this is just one. I thought it was two. Well, that could work. Work for the bottom. That actually isn't what I was expecting, but that's still cool. Oh, those two are like really similar. Okay, the window trim's going in a different direction. I see. Okay, this is cool to know. I think this is going to be most easily just solved with the plates, though, which I had already in my inventory. Here we go. Plates. Plate, plate, plate. Plate, 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 plate. I don't see why not. Then it don't look like cool ovens, though. Have that arch. Oh, it is what it is. For now. Yeah, it totally doesn't look like ovens now. I guess that wasn't the solution I was looking for after all. Yeah. Maybe this isn't going to be the quick and easy oven I was expecting. I want them to look like mushrooms, though, but I do want to use the vault hatches. Well, if I just do that, vault hatches will still fit. And if I redo those back to the way they were, I'm right back to where I was. Okay. Then the doors need to be bigger because I can't use vault hatches. That was interesting. I was aimed right at that vault hatch, and yet it still broke the block behind it. Doors need to be bigger. Well, maybe we can just use these guys after all. Let's see. No. The normal size one might work. It's called door, jail door.
Three by three doors in 820. Thank you, Firestar. There probably are. I think that might be what I need. 3 by 3. Let's try that. 3 by 3. What do we get? Ooh. That's a wall. Door. Garage door 3 by 3. Let's take a look. That's kind of neat. It didn't like it's like flush. That's interesting. It's not gonna work, but I just had to place it to check it out. Let's see what else we got. 3 by 3. The steel garage door, that's gonna be the similar rolly one. Ooh. A roll-up security gate. Oh, I forgot about that. That could be cool. Could be like a high-tech witch, right? What's this? It's a helper. I didn't realize there was a garage door helper. We got garage door helper. It's just the same garage door in different colors. Okay. That's gonna be the roll garage door. This could work though, because what we're really looking for is like a cage. Yeah. Okay. I think we can make that work. I have to place it like inside though. Let's see. This could actually work really well. Thank you for the suggestion. And think about the garage door as being what we would be looking for. It led us to this, which is even cooler. And it even sounds awesome. Oh, I love it. Okay, that's great. That was an awesome suggestion. Thank you so much. All right, we do need to copy that outside again because I don't want to rebuild it, but it's like in there and deep and stuff. Oh, deep in there, hard to copy, but it's still possible. Let's see, it's like right here. Size that up too high. There. The right thing. Control C. G. 2. Looks right. Ooh, cross fingers, Control V. Oh yeah, it worked. Awesome. Oh hey, look at that. I forgot to deselect. Look at that. We don't want those. That's so much cooler than I was thinking it was going to be. And when we're on ground level, it even looks cooler. I bet I can put... Can't. That's okay. Still looks really neat. Don't think we want... Why is it? Oh, there we go. Wasn't letting me select it. I don't think we want... Oops. That's right, I did the walk-in oven? Maybe that's not done it the other direction. Okay.
should have placed these the other way. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Kind of cool. I'm going to use these again and other things for sure. Need to do that though. Fix that. Put these doors back up. Where did they go? Here they go. Other direction. That direction. That's a little bit better. Yeah. I think. Let's have the bar. Mr. Half block. I use this block a lot. Also shoot this block a lot now that I think about it. Alright, I'm just gonna finish the painting off because it's unfinished, it bothers me. Didn't mean to do the whole thing. Okay, so that might not be the finished product, but for now I think that's pretty good because I don't want to spend like forever on just one thing. But that is cool. I really want that to work. I might play around with it, perhaps put them sideways. The reason I don't want to just leave it as is because of this gap that it makes it look too door-like, where I kind of want it to be more like, well, I do want it to be a door. I guess it just doesn't look too much like an oven right now. That's my problem. But it's a really good start in the right direction, in my opinion. So, there you go. So it's a good start. I do want to paint using just the paintbrush, just real quick, because it just seems really important to me to have that part finished. At least enough that it looks like kind of what I was going for. And again, I think I'm going to spend a little time thinking on this and possibly putting these sideways or something, maybe upside down. That might work. And see if it'll let me build in there at all. I don't think so. I can always put the front back on. That did make it a little more oven-y. I had those things, the bottom like I had before. Oh, thank you very much. They're telling me it looks awesome. We're getting there. It's a creative process. It takes its time. I love the Prefab Editor, I won't lie. It's just great. I did enjoy building in the game, which I think a lot of people have done, even if they're just playing the game. But the Prefab Editor here really lets you just spend a lot more time being creative. Since it's got a lot of time-saving tools, like you can just make your selection, fill it with L, you got a wall, it takes you like 3 seconds, versus the same wall, especially if it's a big wall, could take you several minutes if it's a really big wall, to do block by block. It's just a huge difference. You also get a lot more options as far as creativity, like the objects that you can use. Not really the blocks. I believe all of the block shapes, like the essential shapes. Oops, sorry, I'll have 3x3. All these things are available, but they're available by having the shape block, as you probably know, and holding R, and then going to shape, and then going through this list. And when you find the thing you're looking for and it's not quite the right one, you have to go back through and start kind of from the beginning. Unless you can narrow it down, it's just a lot quicker in here. I love it. It's good times. So moving on, I think the oven, again, it's pretty good. I think it can be better. But I really wanted to get these windows done tonight. It's no longer there anymore, so let's just do that. I don't actually have not really done any windows in my build so far. At least not the standard, like, modern type pane window. I'm hoping that some of these will be like kind of like easy to use. I liked these that have the curved top. See, arch window. But I don't really want arched. I wasn't thinking arched windows here. I was thinking more, honestly, more square windows here. So I probably won't be using that. These are not what I'm really looking for.
Six months to finish a build. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it takes a lot less time. It takes a lot less time, Firestar. For sure. Let's see. I think I want window trim, which I already have in here. Oh, I'm so silly. Is that how the trim goes? Works. That's pretty simple. That's how it goes. It's funny that's not square. Oh, that's how it goes. Oh. Okay. Well, I just learned something. So it kind of goes on the inside. And it makes the edges look less like blocky. That's awesome. Okay. And then, well, then how do you do the tops? Must be another block for that. Let's see. Is there a corner? Yeah, there's a corner. Broken. I want a broken one. There we go. Corner is window with that, or store window. I don't know if that makes a difference. Yeah, I tried building big too. In this particular series, it seemed small was a better option because it's still a very time-consuming process. Even this is just a little. It's basically a small house structure with a secret little dungeon kitchen. And then the idea would be to do a lot of decoration on it. Details is very time consuming, so. But I mean, it's easy to get lost in these, at least for me. Sorry, I'm in the wrong. So I'm in Windows. That's my problem. Where's the trim? Oh, it's right here. Went right past it. Just want this type of stuff. Let's put this in my inventory. Hey, look how fast my inventory got all junky. Yay. Don't think those are the windows I want. I want the more modern residential style windows. Standard windows. I'm looking for like a corner. Don't see the what I'm kind of looking for. So instead, I think what I need is to use these. Yeah, it's using my noggin. Actually looks kind of nice. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Live with that. I live with it. And then these guys should be a lot easier. Let's do it like... It would be... Let's do that. That. Thank you very much, and thanks for joining, Firestar. Or I should say, thanks for commenting. Sorry, wrong word. Have a great night. Cool. Alright, I like that. Looks like a real window would look on the outside with the frame and all that jazz. Unfortunately, some of these gumdrops are in my way. So I gotta kill them. Gotta kill the gumdrops. Yeah, so this might not be like the coolest way to do windows, but like I said, I don't do windows very often. It's actually my, whoops, my first. There is some way. There's a way to like go back in the selection. I cannot remember how to do it. Darn. Like, so when you're going through advanced and you click, you keep going through each position. But if you miss the one that you want, there's a way, a key you can hold and you can click to go back instead of having to cycle through all over again. But I cannot remember what it is. I need to write down this stuff. Put it on that cheat sheet. There. And we got some outside window frames, which I think look pretty decent. Assuming they're indoor window frames too, and I remember seeing it. It's under trim, so I'm just gonna do trim. Down here, concrete window trim. Ooh, fancy trim. Didn't see this. This sounds nice. What's this? Let's just throw the, oh, not you. Do this nonsense in here. Sorry, this is supposed to go there. Let's see what those do. Well, that's like the wrong. Oh, it's like upside down. What's this called? Window trim top middle. Oh, okay. Window trim top right. But there's no window trim top left. Oh, there it is. Window trim top. Trim sides, which is what I was using. Trim bottom. Oh, here we go. I should have probably gone under trim, not windows. Ah. That looks much more windowy. Ah, that does look more windowy. And let's see this top right. That doesn't quite fit. Does it? Is it normal for it to stick out like that? It is. Yeah. Okay, well that looks way more window-like than what I did already, so let's just do that one over. As far as the trim goes, that looks pretty sweet, actually. That looks downright proper. Downright proper is what I say. All right. That was pretty easy, too. So these window trim is really what I wanted. And they're already all set up to go. Except, where's my bottom? There it is. It makes the sides make sense now. They kind of just go in like supports in between the tops and the bottoms. If I can just get it to go right. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, it looks so much cooler. Okay. These are like amateur hour windows right here. And these are, yeah, those are installed by a professional window installer. For sure, this is like the do-it-yourself. Or it was. Can go fancy, but only with the small ones. We'll hit that. It kind of looks different. Go with the fancy on the outside. Could do that. Alright. This is actually like really cool. I like this. I'm going to put a lot more windows on my future prefabs now that I know how they fit together so nicely. That is just really cool. I bet Pav will be really impressed. All right, unfortunately, this gumball needs to move. I'm sorry, it's not a gumball. It's a gumdrop. Gumdrop needs to move, causing visual interference. We'll fix that. All right, let's get rid of that. Don't want to leave it. Yeah, get rid of that. Oh, gotta get rid of this gum. This one too. Oh, gumdrop's in the wrong spot. So sad. We'll replace you guys, don't worry. Don't want any lonely gumdrops around here. They all need friends. Drops need their friends. Yeah. Sweet. Fancy top. Oopsie, sorry. Oh. Was it supposed to happen? That was not supposed to happen. Little repair work there. There we go. Everything's under control. We got windows now. Look really good on the outside in particular. I still need to fix the insides. That's easy. Now that I know what we're doing. Shade another window here. Maybe I can use these. Oh, well, that was silly. I'll use them for the insides. They're a little different. I didn't use the outside ones correctly, but I can live with it. As long as they're uniform. I kind of liked this better. Oh, now they're looking at though. It's sticking out weird at the top, isn't it? Oh, so I did the sides wrong. Oh, stinky. That's just stinky, but we can live with it for the moment. Is that kind of top on the inside? The inside's just gonna be like that. This. Like this. Now, obviously, I don't think about windows that often to know like what the difference would be on the inside versus the outside, but it seems to me that the fancier one would be on the outside. So correct me if I'm wrong. But if not, that's what I'm going with. Did place those wrong. I'm going to fix them. Just because. Mostly because it's really easy to fix them. Really quick and easy with this. This shape. A window trim. Alright, now that looks like it should. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's very cool. Alright. Excellent. So, well, heck. Got that done a little quicker than I expected. So we have our windows done. We still need a door. That's important. The kitchen. Might as well finish painting this real fast. Oops. Paint surface. Let's get that done. I need the stairs to be built. And I think the windowsills would probably be made out of like cookie. Not gingerbread, but like, I don't know, like brownie or something. Gotta be edible. So I think we're gonna go with a darker color on that, and I'm doing it now because I don't want to forget. Adobe Peach. See what that looks like. Oh my goodness. That's... Oops. I keep doing that. Paint that. Oh, paint the little thing. Let's undo. That's my problem. Paint surface. Nope. Undo. Paint surface and paint all sides. That's what I need. That's not bad. Kind of looks like... I mean, using our imagination, I think it looks kind of like a cookie material, maybe? That makes sense. Like, you know, like a chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips. What is that? What is a chocolate chip cookie without chocolate chips? It's got to be a cookie that's like that. Was that just a sugar cookie? No. Those are different. Sugar cookies have, like, sugar all over them. Whoa. I don't know. If there's any people who know the answer to that question, I would love to know it. It's not pressing. It's not so important of a question that I will actually spend much time like Googling it or anything like that, just a curiosity. What is a chocolate chip cookie called when it has no chocolate chips in it? Just a boring old cookie, I guess. Window panes should also be made of cookie. Cookie material. Oops. I should stop saying oops. It just happens like a lot. That you're aimed right at the thing and it does something else. It's just the game. Alright. Alright, this is freaking awesome. I didn't expect it to look that cool. That is so awesome. I'm so happy. Oh, we missed this one though. Huh. Very cool. I missed some of the roof. I'll fix that right now just because I can leave something undone. Like, I'll do that later, but I can't leave something unfinished. Just kind of bothers me a little bit. Like the roof, I really need to fix that real quick. So I use these cool, what are they called? They're like trim, wedge trim. It has these lines in them, various shapes with various trim type lines in them. It's the proper way to do the arrows, by the way. I tried using the flat arrow, which are in here. I think they're under the letters. No, they were in here. Here they are. So I tried using these on a different build at one point, and they look like they should in the Prefab Editor, but as soon as you put your build into the world, they hover. They do that, essentially. They hover like one block high. I don't know why. And it's just these. It's the flat specialty blocks like this that do that. I think the handicap sign does it too, but not the letters. The letters are fine, and the numbers. It's just these, the oddball ones that don't quite work right. I don't know why. It's just a quirk. Perhaps they'll fix in the near future. Hint, hint. If anyone from Fun Pimps is watching this, which would be absolutely freaking awesome if they were, because that would just validate me in my efforts. Mostly I'm not doing this for any other reason than I just love to build, and I figured some of you guys do too, and you like to see how I do it. I'm not saying the way I do it is the best way. It's just the way that works for me, and I'm totally self-taught for the most part. I learned some things more advanced-wise from other YouTubers, though. That is for sure, especially when it comes to the more advanced things like placing sleeper volumes. Although I admit I kind of figured out some of that on my own. It was the getting started part that was really tricky. And I filled in some gaps just by doing it. And I will be sharing that. It's not really part of this build though, so I don't know, maybe I can make it part of this build. Do a simple sleeper placement. Sleepers being zombies, of course. And making them actually work the way that you want them to. That's kind of the tricky part. But once you learn it, it's actually pretty easy. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Leave that little. No mistakes, just happy accidents tonight. Yeah, that was also a happy accident. In fact, I'm gonna build off that one. Got some drippy frosting. Okay, that sounded bad. I'm sorry, there's some frosting dripping off because, you know, it's what frosting does. It drips sometimes. All right, let's do that. Oh, I also missed the undersides of these guys. And that bothers me, so we're going to fix that real quick. Saw it in my thumbnail, and I apologize for all of you who also saw that, and it probably drove you crazy too. So now that that's been fixed, I'll update the thumbnail. Actually, now that, there's all this cool new stuff in here. I am pretty happy again with the ovens. I just realized that the placement of the stairs may wind up being more problematic than I thought. Only in the sense that I wanted them to be kind of like secret stairs, but now that I'm thinking about it, I believe this would be an excellent chance to use these cupboard doors, which I think is what they're called. Nope. Closet. There, that's what I'm looking for. Closet. Yeah, that's it. The closet doors, which are new to Alpha 21, as far as I know. I do not remember them being in the older versions. I think that's the right word. The older versions, like Alpha 20 and below. And they sound really cool when they open and close, and they look really like innocent. Yeah. Perfect. I can conceal her secret stairs. It just looks like a broom closet. Nice. So I'm going to destroy that for now because I don't really need it there until I'm ready for it. So that's next on the agenda. I am going to take a brief little break here and take a slight intermission in case anyone is watching and would like to do the same. Grab a drink. I'll be back in like 5 minutes or less. So I am actually just going to switch over here to, I have an actual intermission screen, which is just cool. There we go. Intermission. All right. Be back in less than 12 minutes. That's very approximate. Hello again, just taking a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Although we all are going to be wrapping up in the next 30 minutes or so, I still have a little bit to do, and I hope you will join me for it. If not, thank you for watching. But again, I will be back in just a couple minutes.
Okay, we're starting back up. Thank you. Just had to have a quick little break. Make sure I'm on the right screen so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, just to recap again, in case you weren't paying attention, or you missed it, or you just joined, or I just want to talk to myself, because all those are good reasons. What we did is update the basement. We built it. We have an oven. It's not quite right. It's close. It definitely looks like the kind of oven a witch might have, or at least really close to it. I wanted it to be less, I guess, walk-in would be the right word. I had a base at the bottom that didn't quite, it looked right, but having these doors where they were made it not look right. So I'm gonna do some thinking on that and maybe put these sideways or come up with an alternative way to use the vault doors or vault hatches, depending on what I can make work and how they look. Both are possibilities, but we will see. That's going to probably be next time. The painting and details I will also wind up being our next, next, I don't want to say episode, but I guess that's a good word. Next episode of this particular series. Building it live with GONxFREAKS, or build it live with GONxFREAKS. But for now, I also did the windows, which was just turned out really freaking great, to be honest. It was a lot easier than I thought once I found the right pieces, which were these window trim. There's top, bottom, and sides. Once I figured out how they fit together, they were just really easy to put in. And then I found, it says it's peach. I guess it's peach. It calls it peach stucco, but that is easily the most cookie-like looking material I can find in the paint wheel. It was pretty, first try, I know I'm not going to find anything better, but I might experiment anyway. I really don't think it's going to get better than that. That's pretty sweet. Now that I've just said that, I want to do the same thing. Oops. Actually, not what I wanted. I want to do the same thing to the inside window, but I didn't want to get the whole thing. Control Z, undo. So I think I want paintbrush, but all sides. Nope. Just paintbrush? Yeah, just paintbrush. Strangely enough, that's what the inside. Preferably just the spokes, but it doesn't seem to want to let me do that. I'll live with it. I'll live with it. At least for the moment. That's pretty cool. Got a little cyclops something going on there. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that. It's adorable. What little kid wouldn't want to come inside there and eat candy? It's just great. All right. Hansel, you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. We do need a front door. I ain't stopping tonight until I put a front door in this place that is a suitable home-like front door. I think the white exterior house door is actually probably a good choice. I'm going to go with white just to, well, actually people try brown too. So many options. Oh, so many choices. What's the difference between this one and that one? Brown. Single. Oh, this. Yeah, I don't see what the difference is. But let's put them both in there and see. Okay, it's a door. What? Oh, it's like offset. Oh, I see. Okay, it's how many blocks it takes up. That's all right. Actually, that looks like wood.
think there's any way around that. I'm not going to find a cookie door, am I? We're just going to do that. All right, that works. Can I do another one on the inside? Could. Kind of a strange place for a double door, though. So we're not. We could do window trim or a door trim, which I think I have in here already. Nope. Just got rid of that. All right. There is a door trim. Do trim again. Concrete. Where's concrete? There it is. It's like door trim. Door trim. I found it earlier. Where is it now? Like right here before. Here it is. Door trim. Again, something I've not really used, but okay, that's cool. Or more door trim? Door trim 1 meter. Door trim 1 meter off center. There's lots of door trim. What's the difference between two? Oh, that was the how tall it was. Yeah, that was it. What about the top? So I just do this. It's not very fancy. Yeah, well then it has that little weird corner thingy going on. Oh, I know why. So put that there. Because that's in the wrong spot. That's why. It's... That is where it's supposed to go. Alright, so I guess that works. Just trying to make this look more threshold-ish, or thresholdy. I guess I want to do that on the outside too, though. The nice thing about doing that is that we'll make it so I can paint the trim and make it look more like frosting or cookie. The downside is it's going to limit where I can put these gumdrops. I'm starting to run out of space. We need our gumdrops. Can't have a... Oops. And I gotta learn what that key is so I can go back and not have to cycle through everything again. Gotta have our gumdrops because we can't have a proper... That maybe isn't gonna work like I wanted it to. Let's say we can't have a proper gingerbread house without gumdrops on the outside. Is there a corner? Oh, there is a door trim corner. Oh, perfect. I didn't even get the chance to voice what I was looking for, and it was there. How awesome is that? And it lets me put it there. Oh, sweet. I was worried that was going to interfere. Nice. Oh, so you have to get rid of another gumdrop. And this. And that? No, I can't. Alright, this thing. I don't know now. What I do know is that I should have painted these cookie. I'll do that real quick, because of course they should be made out of cookies. Like, if anything was. How awesome is that? I guess I will just not have the cool trim. I wish there was something I could do just to make it like, just to kind of frame it. I mean, I guess I just leave it like that, but that's not right. I mean, the door frame is already there. So yeah, it looks all right. I mean, it's definitely wood, but it's not like I'm going to actually find cookie material door, so that's going to have to make me happy. Sort of makes sense to me, having the trim on the inside like that. I wonder if we could do an trim around the window too. I was going to say ovular. These circular windows. I really hope there is a trim for that. Let's find out. Well, there is this. That looks like a trim to me. Oh, sweet. Like, I'm just like coming up aces with what I'm looking for right now. That's just... We've got arch door and arch trim. Arch window trim. But that's what I want. How quickly my inventory gets so full. Nope. Yes. That is perfect. Beautiful. Look at that, so cool. All right, that is just perfect. Now my cookie window looks like a true cookie window. I don't know what the glass is made out of. Rock candy? Rock candy, there you go. Rock candy cookie windows. I guess we need two. I mean, that's just friggin' cookie-tastic. I'm getting like, I want a cookie now. I want a cookie. Somebody send me some cookies. I try to eat healthy. I don't have any cookies. I'm willing to sacrifice this time for a cookie. Cookies are pretty awesome. Oops. I like cookies a lot. I am definitely a pie person, though. I'll take pie over cake any day. That's why there's no cake in this gingerbread house. It's all cookie and gingerbread and frosting. Got some candy canes. We got our gumdrops. I am going to actually put down gum balls, but those are going to be a little later when I build out the outside slightly. Right now we're still a little concerned about the building itself, mostly because of the interior. Since there's no reason not to, I'm going to paint this. I guess I can do the floor too. There's no reason not to. Actually, I was going to do the floor. Did the floor wood. We're going to keep that trend. Oh, I almost forgot. So when you're in the paint tool and you just want to paint something you already painted and you're like, where was it? I don't want to look for that again, even though it's only 3 pages. It's like really hard to find some of the things that you're looking for. You can just use this texture picker and it'll pick that particular material. Very quick and easy. Oh, I forgot what I was painting. Oh, the floor. Down here. I'm like, well, I totally forgot what I was doing. Paint surface. There. See? Quick and easy. Again, Prefab Editor is it's just the greatest. It makes things so fast when you're building. I did start with this and I'm going to end with it. The bigger you build, I think the more planning you'll benefit from. If you plan ahead, you can draw it out. You can get into real detail if you want to get like out the graph paper and block for block, but I don't believe that is necessary. You don't even necessarily want a really detailed plan, just a good idea of where your rooms are, how they're arranged in relation to each other, and probably an idea of what they contain, like what their purpose is. That'll help you out a lot, and you can spend a little bit more attention to things like structure, the integrity, making sure it doesn't fall apart, and then the details, which are it's really where the fun comes in a lot of ways, is the details. That is what we're going to be doing next time. I don't know when that will be, so please subscribe. That way you will get a notification when we do have our next streaming event. We will be back on again this Saturday for our community New Alexandria, which is just really cool. We've already had a lot of fun, only 2 streams in. We're growing, and our community is getting bigger. It does have a limit, so if you are interested, I would recommend getting in early. The link is on our Discord page, which should be in our description below. This does conclude this evening's shenanigans of building in the 7 Days to Die Prefab Editor. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you next time.